Hey, what's going on? What's poppin', y'all? Listen, actually, I'm going to change the title of this for a little bit, but I wanted to talk about a few things first. Today at the Jonathan Majors trial, this is my second week, you know, and so while I was there today, I got to go back into the courtroom again, and I just found myself for a little bit longer because there was actually a clinical psychiatrist there trying to get their, I guess you want to say, their interpretation of what they thought things were. And then on Monday, unfortunately, yesterday I had to face the so I wasn't there yesterday for the portion of the trial. But today I got an update and I found out what went on. The actual driver that was driving Jonathan Majors at that time actually came in and testified. And for what everybody is saying here, the driver actually helped out Jonathan Majors at the defense. And so I'm interested in this. And as I sat there in the trial earlier today, and I was actually in the courtroom, this was my second time actually sitting in the courtroom, because now I learned something today, and this is something I said before. There are a lot of distractors actually down at the Jonathan Majors trial, a lot of them. And a lot of these people, they feel certain types of ways, and for the better sake of the half, they want to see Jonathan Majors go to jail. That's the reality of it. And I think that's a shame. And so we had some people down there today that wanted to be able to court report live, which I think is a big mistake because the judge had an injunction not to do it at all. Now, a lot of people were sitting there and basically, I'd say about three or four of them, including the first day of the trial, which you guys see the footage of that I put up before. And you see that one little caddy of a woman actually get upset because outside of ABC, NBC, and People magazine, I was able to get Jonathan Majors' attention outside of them not being able to. And that made that one young lady quite mad because she attempted to get some type of reaction, I guess, out of him in the goddamn court, you know. And so I was just like, I was amazed. And then there was the other girl, I remember the first day, there was actually a ban. You couldn't take any pictures or anything like that. We all know that when we're heading upstairs. And so this young lady decided when the court door opened, when the bailiff came out, she decided to take a picture in the courtroom. And the judge called her into the courtroom, which was crazy. And they confiscated her camera, made sure that she deleted the picture, et cetera, and gave her a warning. I haven't seen her since. I know all the guys down there, most of all of us, Jonathan Majors and his team knows. He knows we can trust us with the footage that we gather. He can trust us with the information that we put out. The driver yesterday took the stairs. Like I said, I wasn't there yesterday. That was the second time I wasn't at the trial. Every other day I've been covering this. I've been down there at the trial. I've been inside the courtroom. Down my second or third time. Everybody doesn't actually get in the courtroom except for press people. There's an injunction from the judge to not allow anybody except for people from the press inside the courtroom. So, and that's as far as pictures, there's even our press aerial that we have, or whatever the case may be, So I feel like this. I think Jonathan Majors, honestly and truthfully, I think he's going to win this case. I think that was the prosecution's actual, like that was their actual guy. You know what I mean? And it went sour, I guess. I don't know. I guess everything went sour for whatever. And you know what? This is procedure at this point. And I'm not gonna put them out there. I'll just say I heard some other ears saying the same thing down at that courtroom today. And I think this is just going to fly by. It's supposed to be a 2-week trial. I'm thinking it's going to conclude here probably on Thursday or Friday, one of the two. I will be there as I have been for the past 2 weeks. And see what happens to Jonathan Majors. I was hoping that our brother does not get locked up. Everybody sees that. There's some obvious things here, including when the own driver says it was all her. I want to give a shout out to that driver. You know what I mean? I think he's either African or I think he's African. And I think that was the guy that I was talking to today that actually testified. So, you know what I mean? He was the one when I was outside getting my shots or whatever for the night. I think he was actually the driver, or possibly might have been the driver, because that gentleman was African as well. But I'll be back at the trial. I'll be covering it. I'll bring when I know to you guys. And, you know what I'm saying? Let y'all know what it is. But as I have been. And I want to say shout out to all those guys down at the courthouse down there. they have been like some of the best gentlemen ever. You know what I'm saying? Many of them are black gentlemen, and particularly one that I think is really likened to the captain, where we talk about football and everything else, for briefly, if anything. And so, you know, they always, I always show them the respect. Thank you guys, you know, and all the other guys that's down there, including me and another guy, and then I think there's one other guy that's Latino. We're the only minorities, you know, that we see on a daily basis. Everybody else is a reporter. They, you know, they show up here and there, whatever, people and CNN and everybody else. You know what I'm saying? Mostly online stuff too. That's another thing that I found that we all really have in common. A lot of us are doing online versus like sending it back and having it edited and chopped up and everything like that. I think that'll be the conclusion of this trial. You'll see more of that. I know I'll make myself more inclusive to things like that. You know what I mean? So yeah. So that's your little update. What I saw some people in there that were definitely bothered by the fact that Jonathan Majors appeared to be winning based off the testimony of the driver himself that the prosecution provided. So, you know, I'll be there tomorrow. I'll let you know. Guys, make sure y'all hit up the cash at $STRINGERBELLAZ. Link will be in the description box. That's real pregnant because I live in Connecticut, so going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. It gets kind of expensive in a minute. You know, I don't live that far out, but I live far out enough that it makes sense. So, you know what I mean? If y'all want me to be on a more regular basis, which I will be anyway, this is historic to me because I think this guy's going to win. I'm in the courtroom. I've been in the courtroom now 2 or 3 times. I'm outside the courtroom waiting. There are other people coming out giving their clips and their notes. And some of us are sharing, a few of us. You know, the rest of them are, no, who cares? We're going to find out at fucking 5 o'clock anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's silly how far some people will go. You know what I mean? Now, okay, you're the best. You got the first scoop on Twitter. You know, whatever. I don't flood like that. You know what I mean? Like tens of thousands of viewers, and I gave them up because I looked at it like, yeah, this is not the audience I really want to purvey to anymore, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And so sometimes you just gotta let shit go, start all over. You know what I mean? And I prefer to start all over. So welcome everybody if you're new to my channel. Welcome everybody if you're new to this channel. This is the factory. You understand? We ain't got no, you know what I'm saying? No Chuck over here. This is factory for real. But listen, man, let me talk about Jaguar Wright real quick. I you know what, and I'm not gonna completely bash her because I know them niggas are sensitive. You know what I'm saying? I know what, bro. We'll go around, we'll get everybody back. That's what we're gonna do. Jaguar motherfucking right. Yo, so listen. All right, now that we're out of conservative form and everything like that, all right, let's get back to the nitty fucking gritty here. Listen, all right, because this is also you. So I had a chance to listen to her and catch her live probably about an hour or so ago, maybe an hour and a half ago. I don't know. So I got a chance to listen to her live. Yes, I did. I actually listened to it. I listened to her live, and what can I say? That shit was fucking hard. Listen, bro, I'm trying to tell you. Listen. Get with me, and we can get it better. And that's just, I was just waiting for it. I'm like, what do you think? It's like fucking 1990 or some shit? Like, sonically, that ain't the sound, man. That ain't it. You know? That ain't it. That ain't it. I don't know who told you that was it. And whenever you're in the studio with somebody, you gotta fucking convince them. Yo, that's it. That means that ain't the one that worked. That ain't the one that worked. I just finished like sitting here for probably like a half an hour just practicing some new covers I can do. You know, this is before shits and giggles, you know what I mean? Nothing serious outside the shit that I write and, you know, perform and all that shit. Every now and then I just like to learn some new covers just for fun, you know what I mean? And so I'm sitting there and like right before that I seen the shit that you did. But I'm not, like I said, I'm not bashing her. I'm not bashing her. I'm being realistic. And this is the thing. In our business, you've got to take it like that. She's produced music, flooded out music, soul music. I produced music, soul music. She was with a record label, I was with a record label. This is my point. That shit sonically sound like shit. Do not release that bullshit. That shit sounds dated. And you're only going to get a couple hundred people to like that shit. That's it. I'm telling you. It's just say, oh, well, he wasn't the A&R. Nigga, I know the A&R. What are we talking about, yo? I know that, and I was next to Hard Pierre. What are you talking about? So it's like, I know sonically when I hear some shit that it just don't work, and that song just does not work. I'm not trying to be a jerk. I'm not trying to say anything like that, but I'm saying that today's market, going into 2024, if you're trying to ride with that sound, and that sound at this point sounds retro, they're not going to fully consume that song. What you're going to have is portions of consumption. I mean, you're going to have some people that come in and say, yo, you know what? I'm a fan of hers on YouTube, so I'm gonna buy the song. Or you get somebody and they'll say, hey, you know what? I'm gonna come in and I'm gonna purchase a song because I'm already a fan on her pay site. You know what I mean? That makes sense. And so you're dealing with like, what she got currently? 3,000 fans? Out of those 3,000 people, she'll probably get a third of them to purchase the song actually. So the people that actually purchase the song, right? The people that actually purchase the song, those people, they'll actually at some point or another, they'll stop purchasing. And that's how it works every time. They stop purchasing things, they stop moving, that third that you had is no longer there anymore, and now you're stuck. You know what I mean? And that's what happens. So I'm just saying this. I would go back to the drawing board if I were her. I'd do like 6 songs. Okay? Out of those 6 songs, you pick 2. Those 2 right there, you rework those 2 and do those over and over and over to the point where it sounds sonically like something that's out right now. That's what you want. Because that was not it. I was like, oh my God, what am I going to hear? McDonald's jingle next? Like it was horrible. It literally was horrible. And I'm just like, even the dude that was recording her, he didn't have no faith in that song. Even the guy that was freaking recording her, guys, he didn't even have faith in the song. When you have to convince people, yeah, don't that sound good? That means it doesn't sound good. Listen, I done had Shy Money XL. I done had people recorded Justin Bieber. Everybody else record me. I'm trying to tell you, unless the fucking producer says, yo, that's the one, you don't rock with that song. Like, that's just what it is. But you'll have to hear me that like that. I'm really trying to help them draw it out. You know what I'm saying? I'm really trying to help them draw it out. I'm trying to take a new leaf for Jesus. I don't have it all. You know what I mean? I'm really trying to do something for it. So I'm just telling you, if you really want that to sound like something, you want it to sound like a real song, sonically, you need to have at least 6 selections of 6 fucking, you know what I mean? Because if you don't, what's going to happen is you're going to fall into this little funnel where, like, even the songs that you didn't choose the first go around out of the 2 that I initially just suggested right here, what's going to happen is you won't even have the option to use the other 4, if that makes sense. You see what I'm saying? Because you would have not have created them. So create 6 songs, make sure they're strong, you know what I mean? And they sound like fucking something, and you might have a hit. And then the other thing is, listen, she continues to lie. I ain't gonna get out of that. Fuck that. You know what I'm saying? I just gave her a suggestion, you know what I'm saying? Because all in all, if she's singing or some shit like that, then she's not on here terrorizing fucking YouTube. You know what I mean? Out here terrorizing YouTube. This is the factory with Gavin Lewis. That is all, guys. I just want to talk about that real quick. That song was horrible. Don't you dare put that shit out. See, let me tell you something real quick, and I know this from being in multiple studios. From everybody, I didn't work with producers that recorded everybody from people that recorded Shakira, Justin Bieber, Busta Rhymes, Wyclef, everybody. All right, this is a known fact. You know what I'm saying? The videos are up. Y'all share them with y'all. Everything. So I know you always want the go of the motherfucking producer. You understand what I'm saying? If the producers are not in line with the song initially and fully, that means that shit don't work. Meaning, like, it might even sound good for somebody else. Hey, think about, you know what I'm saying, doing some writing credits. I don't fucking know. But what I'm saying is, that shit sounds dated. You understand what I'm saying? And any nigga that don't tell you that shit sounds dated, they're not your friend. They're not your friend. So that's what I would tell Jaguar Wright. First things fucking first here. Get you 6 fucking songs in line and pick 2 that are the best. Whatever line of order you release it, that's up to you. But I'm telling you, don't release that shit. You understand what I'm saying? Even though people that are in there knocking their head or whatever, it's old people. They're old. We gonna start a gospel group next? Huh? We'll throw some bonnets on and some pink rollers. Jaguar Wright and the Sherelles and some shit. Like, what the fuck? Come on, you granny? You trying to be auntie, or you trying to be cool auntie, or you trying to be young? Because the vibes is off. That song sounds dated, nigga. That song sounds dated. The sound, you need to sit down and them records that you be playing over top of your little joints sometimes or whatever. What you need to do, honestly and truthfully, you need to take notice of the vocal patterns and the octaves that those people are using in those songs. And you need to adapt that to your own and come into 2024. I wouldn't dare release some shit that sound like that or whatever. I've got over probably 12 fucking... I record sometimes at the same place that Taylor fucking Swift recorded. All right, this is a fact. You know what I mean? I'm a bad boy entertainment, bro. Come on, stop playing. But this is the point. Out of all that said, I probably recorded probably 11 songs, right? 11 songs. Out of them 11 songs, I know only 3 of them work. There are only 3 of them I can work them if I'm performing it. And I'm talking about easy, boom, I'm in and out. We go to the second joint, third joint possibly, I'm in and out. I don't want no shit. I got maybe 4 songs that I need to put effort in on stage. Because if I'm trying to move around and shit like that or whatever, she's going to find herself in a little pickle with that because she's big. She's big. You know what I'm saying? So she's going to have to stand still and do the waddle. You know what I mean? It's all good, though. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I don't want to get too much in the basket. I just want to give you that update on Jonathan Majors. I was there once again today. We'll be there tomorrow. Shout out to all those fellas down there at the courthouse or whatever. All the people that work press. And I bust our ass and been there early in the morning to late in that fucking afternoon at 5 o'clock in the evening. Wait for our goddamn shots. I got some good shots to put up too. I'll put those in the community section for y'all. Make sure y'all subscribe, like, share this post. Make sure you get it out. This is my new channel. We're just starting over. You know, I got to be a hell of a guy. I let tens of thousands of followers go because, you know, when I first started that channel, I started for a different reason and it started turning into some other shit. You know, people coming over bashing me because of what's going on with Puff or whatever. And, you know, naturally they asked it all of us, whether you used to work there, currently work there, or whatever, asking us questions about Puff and shit, right? And I'm like, you know, some people I answer them and I tell them the same thing I tell y'all on YouTube and I tell it again. If this is your first time here, I worked for Bad Boy Entertainment for over 17 years. I started out in the fashion of working for the street team. It was a program that brought us into the great along with interns. Once I got in the door, we have elevated and we started doing other projects from some rock to Revolt TV and a host of other things. And I was there when those things were ideas and floating around. This is a fact. Also with my comrades, shout out to Phone, shout out to Rod Dollar, shout out to Jaguar. Many of y'all know from Love and Hip Hop. Did 3 seasons on there, I believe. We just recently had a dinner all together, whatever, a reunion dinner, whatever, shortly before Thanksgiving. So shout out to everybody for that. Shout out to Crow for putting that together. You know what I mean? But we are all related to that company. We have been around Puff. We have been around multiple artists. I promoted probably in my 17 years at that company, probably 40 plus artists. You know what I mean? So I'm the real fucking deal. You know what I mean? I don't have to make no explanation. But for everybody that's new here to the channel, I just want to explain who I was. So with this new channel, and versus that old channel had a lot of people that were filtered in from a bad point of view, and I didn't want them people there. You know what I'm saying? Other people had a negative vibe with them. They always wanted to argue. They never pounce on anybody or get on anybody but their own people. And I was just like, I'm not going to sit here with black and brown people that bash only black and brown people. You understand what I'm saying? Like, that shit is whack. And so it started becoming more and more of that. And then, you know, they didn't want to support, nor did they want to talk about any real topics. They just wanted to talk about gossip. And I'm all for talking about gossip. That's cool. I mean, hell, if you talk about me going through this trial right now with Jonathan Majors, I mean, that's kind of catty and gossiping yourself. But at the same time, I'm not going to bash my own people for the sake of making a cash app, or for the sake of getting a share, or for the sake of starting some sensationalism or whatever. I'm just going to tell it how it is. It's how we do here in the tri-state. We always have. And yeah, I'm going to stick to my guns on that. You know, I'll say this though. When I speak about Jaguar Wright, in the capacity I spoke about her tonight, I spoke about her as an art. You understand? I am very aware that this woman has some, you know, some loose screws going on. You know what I mean? I think we all are quite aware of that. But as far as us being all related to the music industry and all of us spending the time that we did, and I was there, literally, I was in the music industry longer than she was, and she was a fucking, like, shipped up artist. You know what I'm saying? Like, this shit is wild to me because she was done in like 2004. We was just coming in like 2000. So I was in my fourth year at being a bad boy, and she was on her way out the door at MCA. You see what I'm saying? And if you don't know, MCA, they got acquisition by Geffen Records. And then after that, acquisition took even further with a parent company coming into play, which is UMG, Universal Music Group. You understand? So it's tragic how she lost her record deal, but at the same time, based on her personality and who she is, deep down in her soul, fuck her. That's how I feel. You know what I mean? Hey, what am I going to do? That's how I fucking feel. You know? And I'm going to stay content with that. I'm going to stay adamant with that, and that's how I feel. But at the same time, I don't want to see this broad dead. I don't want to see her, you know, necessarily locked up or something like that. But there's got to be some repercussions for some of the shit that she's done. She knows that just as well as I do. That's why she's been heavily effortless to try to stop me. Baby, I'm everywhere. But this is a position I stand with Puff. I stood with Puff back when the shooting happened. I was new at the company at the time, at Bad Boy Entertainment. I stood with him then. We went down to the Jacob Javits Center, going to court with him. Oh, by the Jacob Javits Center, going to court with him. And everything else, you know what I'm saying? And we were there, we were interviewed by NBC, I was interviewed by Sway in the Morning, and a couple other people, you know, we still with Puff. And right now, these are allegations, they're circumstantial allegations, a lot of them being posed, a lot of them being addressed, even by women, with the Adult Survivors Act being expired. They had a year, I think it was a year extension on it from November 23rd, 2022 to November 23rd, 2023. And so basically it gave women the right to do monetary damages if someone they sexually assaulted them, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And so basically what you have here is you have 3,700 cases that were filed in the course of 4 days. The first 3 days before Thanksgiving and regularly a 5-day work week was only a 4-day work week to process these suits. So by Friday when they got there, they had 3,700 suits that were filed under the Adult Survivors Act. And a lot of people are saying this is propulsion, and even though there's some real cases within there, don't get me wrong, I would say a greater fraction of them are real cases versus fake cases. You know, I wouldn't be on record for saying that. But I don't think, and I say this like this, because I was with the company for 17 years. I traveled everywhere with them. I stayed in the same hotels with them. I know the protocols they gave us. Don't have girls in your room. Don't bring, you know what I'm saying? Like, and no matter where we were at, Miami, Arizona, you name it. You know what I'm saying? That was the protocol. Don't bring strange girls up in your room. If you have some girls up in there, make sure you got some witnesses. Like, they taught us and told us stuff to do and not to do. And so, being around them, being around the artists, I never saw none of the artists do nothing funny or whatever. And also, the times of these accusations, especially, you know, with Cassie, we're talking 13 years ago, some of these cases are 15 years ago, some of these cases are 20 years ago, so on and so forth. I'm not saying that I don't believe that, but I'm just saying, what took you so fucking long? And I think that's a fair question to ask. You know, so I'll just say this. I think as time passes by, you'll see more divulged, and the fact is of some of this just doesn't make sense. And I think some of these cases will get tossed. That's my personal opinion. I think some of them are money grabs. I've said it once. I'll say it again. Second of this, I would say this. I think that a lot of these vloggers, a lot of these personalities that are sitting out here and they're trying to bash Puff as if they knew Puff, please take in consideration that many of these people have never been here in New York City a day in their life. Some of these people that are talking, even if they have been in New York City, they haven't been here in a very long time. You understand? They don't walk, breathe, same thing. They don't do none of that up here. You understand? So for me, it's kind of weird because I'm looking at it like this, right? How do you sit in your bedroom and concoct stories and become the point of confirmation on things that you never indulged in the music industry? You don't know any of these people. I worked with these people. I promoted these artists. I was on stage with these artists. Sometimes I'm in videos with some of these artists. So for me, when I hear somebody sit there and adamantly say, yeah, this is what happened, you know, Puff doing this, you know, this person doing this, and they just sit there and they matter of factly and adamantly say it the way they say it, it's disturbing. And I think a lot of people will have to start, you know, to be quite honest with you, they're going to have to start paying a penalty for that. You know what I mean? So, you know, like I told them on the channel, man, when I leave, come together like butt cheeks. You understand what I'm saying? But right now, I'm standing with the boss. I'm standing with Puff, standing with Diddy, until further notice. And like I said, if it found out that he did do some of this stuff at that point, yeah, I will say something. I'll make a formal announcement to everybody on both channels. But as of right now, I'm sticking with the boss because I think some of this shit looks funny. That's why I stayed there with it. I'm going to stay there for right now. Shout out to Revolt TV. Shout out to Diddy. Shout out to your family. Shout out to Mother Combs. You know what I'm saying? And I hope everything worked out or whatever y'all get it together. But as of right now, please don't come at me and act like I owe you something or I owe you an extra. I don't owe anybody an explanation for nothing. It should be self-explanatory why I took the position I took. And I'm not going to change that until further notice. Now, if I see that he's guilty, I owe y'all apology. And I will be the first one up here to make a full declaration of that. But as I'm going to the Jonathan Majors trial right now and have been for the past 2 weeks, I'm seeing that at any given moment, a thing that happens is that sometimes you may think something is going on, and that's actually what's happening. We saw this with Amber Heard and Johnny Depp, don't forget. We saw this with Amber Heard and Johnny Depp, don't forget. That bitch got up there like, fuck her. I don't respect her. You know how much we love Pirates of the motherfucking Caribbean? I can't see motherfucking Jack Sparrow no more because of this broad. You know how much I love fucking Pirates of the Caribbean? I can't see it no more because of fucking Amber Heard. Because of fucking lying-ass Amber Heard. Johnny Depp walked out that courtroom like motherfucking Magnum. Shout out to Johnny Depp, man, for real. People try to sweep that Amber Heard joint under the rug. You know that? It was crazy. Like, a lot of people try to sweep that under the rug and act like it didn't happen. I said, there's people, they scared to call them what they are. I'm like, that's a bitch. Like, my mom would call that girl a bitch. What kind of woman? This is motherfucking Johnny Depp, man. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Like, a lot of these cases be fraud. Like, that bitch, she went on to stand and lie. And there was no penalty. Y'all better think about this shit. I'm trying to tell y'all, man. I'm trying to tell y'all. Shit is funny. I'm not saying some of these cases ain't real, but I'm saying a lot of them fraud. That's all I'm saying. There's an example. Other than that, guys, I'm getting up off of here. It's kind of chilly out here. I'm trying to take it home. So I can be back tomorrow morning, back at Sprout or whatever, whatever. I just want to break bread with y'all for a minute, whatever. We gonna see we can work on here, getting these cease to desist going on, and Miss Jaguar Wright and a couple other players and pimps out here in these YouTube streets, cause y'all gotta pay up, man. Y'all gotta pay. Or bad boy, man. Y'all gotta pay up, man. I'm just saying. You know what I mean? Yo, shout out to King K. Shout out to Shaw Davy Wade. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to a couple other bloggers that's doing their thing or whatever, whatever. Shout out to them old subscribers that saw through the chuck. I'm sorry I didn't invite y'all over here. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, I just want to start fresh, man. I want to start a new page, fresh page, new people, whatever, whatever, whatever. I felt like a lot of them people from all walks of life. It wasn't King Payne either. Don't let me say that. I'm going to talk to King Payne either. I'm going to bring, you know, I got to bring him through. I'm gonna tell him the scoop and be like, nah, just don't even tell nobody. I rap with you. You know what I'm saying? That's it. Because I feel like a lot of those people that were coming to my page, they weren't actually those subscribers that were over his page. Actually, what's happening was they were sharing my posts, and so some of the people that followed them, they were coming over to my page because they had shared the post. And so I didn't know those subscribers. Those were none of my subscribers. Now, I don't even think the people that they shared it to, I don't know where they shared it. They could have shared it in the group, they could share the state. Like I don't even have a way of tracking where they shared the post. You feel me? So it was like I would get these strangers that would come over and whatever position they play, mine or Jaguar, these were like, how dare you say? I'd be like, you punk bitch motherfucker, I don't even know you. You know what I'm saying? Like for real, I don't even know. And if I was in front of your face, you wouldn't say that to me. Because I look at the pictures of these motherfuckers. I'm like, this motherfucker talking to me? You know what type of shit I've been into in my life? Man, listen. I got motherfucking toenails that's tougher than you. I done been into it with some gangsters. For real, come on, man. Stop playing. So I just, you know, you take it light and you know it helps with the territory when you hear online and you're screaming and everything. But some people, they just go to the extreme and they start talking about your family, you know, fuck you, fuck your mother and all. I'm like, yo, listen, man, shit like that to get people killed. You don't say that about my mother or my father. My father's dead, you know? I found out your fucking address for that shit. Fuck you. I take that as a threat. You know what I mean? So, well, see people's mothers and fathers and families and shit. You got a problem with me. You say what you got to say to me. You know what I mean? Hey, fuck you, David. I don't like you. All right, cool. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a shit. I got tough shit. I don't give a fuck. You know, but just don't do the dumb shit. That's all I'm saying. All right, guys, make sure you like, subscribe. Don't share this shit. Please don't share this shit. And don't donate. I'm talking reverse psychology. I don't know. So please make sure you do donate, support the cause. $ STRINGERBELL80. Again, that's $ STRINGERBELL80. Make sure y'all hit that up, man. There's also a PayPal link in the description box and also in a pinned comment. Make sure y'all support that. I'm one of the few people that's at the Jonathan Majors joint officially as media. You know what I'm saying? I'm out there. I'm in there with some of the best. So shout out to Revolt TV. Shout out to Puff. You know, just for that. But like honestly and truthfully, I'm the only person that got fucking and like literally reactions 3-4 times. I don't think he was feeling it today because he was in a mood when he came out of there. I think he was just tired because they're there literally until the late afternoon. I think it was Friday. We sat out there at 6 o'clock. You know, they had to reconvene and shit. And it was like, that took off late. It was like 30 minutes for that to happen. So, you know, it is what it is. But I'll be back there tomorrow, guys. I'll be there, you know, trying to come as much as I can. Like I said, unfortunately, I can't film in the courtroom, but I can at least let y'all know what's going on and come out periodically. Well, I can't even really come out that much, so I can come out at least one time and, you know, type what I need to type and let y'all know what's going on or whatever. But as of right now, just a quick recap. The driver actually that was in the car driving Miss Jabari and driving Jonathan Majors, as y'all know him as Kane Conqueror, in the car. And he's saying it was mostly her that was doing the dirt. It was mostly her that they had the problem. it was mostly her that was swinging, and it was mostly her that was doing what she doing. I don't know, I wasn't there, but that's what it sound like. Sound like shit might be adding up right. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. Sound like shit might be adding up right. That's all I'm saying. I was saying, but when I seen it, when I heard, you know what I'm saying, I'm just saying shit might be adding up different, but we might have some Amber Heard shit going on. That's all the fuck I'm saying. We might have, Jonathan Majors might be trying to get Amber Heard. That fuck, I can't stand that bitch. They took her ass out of Aquaman too. I think that bitch got like 4 seasons. That's what I heard. Fuck Amber Heard. That fucking bitch. And other women should call her a bitch too, especially women that really been sexually assaulted. And this bitch up on the stand lying on Johnny Depp. That's what I'm just talking about with this Jonathan Majors shit. That bitch is lying. And the prosecution brought in the driver, and the driver helped out the fucking defense. You get what I'm saying here? I can't make this shit up. So, guys, I'm out of here. I want to save my battery and get the skedaddling. But, yo, make sure y'all check me out. Make sure y'all subscribe your first time here. You know what I'm saying? I do these impromptu lives. I talk about a little bit of everything. If y'all hear, that's what the factory is about. You know what I'm saying? And, like, we have a little montage, little thing we say up here, little saying, you know what I mean? Like, you say some real shit, you be like, yo, factory. You understand what I'm saying? So I will talk to y'all later. Make sure y'all hit up the cash that support the channel. We do everything usually live for the tri-state here. You know what I'm saying? We do it so beautifully. So make sure you tune in to whatever. We show you the hardcore rough realities in New York City. I'll talk to y'all later.